Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome to Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Sorry, I had to pause it, was it Metroid Prime 3? Yeah, it's Corruption. Anyway, yes, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Obviously, I'm playing it in the Trilogy version, like I did with the previous two games. I did consider actually dragging out the original version of the game, because I have it. I'm looking at it right now, I can see it right over there on my shelf. But I was like, should I play, yes, I know that. Should I play on the original version, or should I play on the Trilogy version? I was like, I'll play on the Trilogy version, you know, because I played the first two games on the Trilogy version. I'm like, I should be consistent with that. I mean, here's the thing, I am fairly certain that there are no differences at all between the original version of this game and the Trilogy version of this game. I don't think there are any differences whatsoever. I could be wrong. I'm sure somebody will talk about that in the the chat to correct me if that is indeed the case. But I don't believe it's the case, is my point. I'm fairly certain I'm okay on that front. So, yeah, I figured let's play Prime 3 Corruption on the Trilogy version, keep things going, such as it is. Hey, Jagoth, you know of one difference? Alright, go on then. Mr. Smart Arse. Anyway, yeah, I was waiting for him to respond, but he hasn't yet. So Prime 3, of course, was a game with just a little bit of hype behind it. After the massive success of Prime 1 and the pretty much equal success of Prime 2, it was fairly obvious that Prime 3 was going to happen. It got announced pretty early on that it was going to be a Wii game, because this came out relatively early in the Wii's lifespan, I think. I don't actually remember, but I think it was pretty early into the Wii's life. So, yeah, I remember that, and at one point Admiral Dane says, "Damn, they're targeting the planetary defenses," and the Trilogy changed it to change the damn to no. Really? Huh, they censored it? Damn's not a... What? Damn isn't a bad word. Considering all the other stuff that happens in this game, why censor the word damn? That's so random. Okay. Well, it is what it is, I suppose. But, yeah, so... Obviously, Prime 3, there's a lot of hype behind it. Well, I'll go into more details as we're sort of going through things. But, yeah, Prime 3 was... Some people say it was a bit of a letdown. I love it, but I do think it has pacing issues. And again, I'll get into that as we go through the game. But yes, we'll... So, like before, normal is essentially an easy mode. Veteran is the original difficulty that the game had. I think? Actually... Okay, I'm trying to remember now. Was it... Because in Prime 1 and 2... the game had a normal mode and a hard mode. And I'm pretty sure that in this game, normal mode was like a new easy mode. And then veteran mode was normal mode. But now I'm trying to remember, because Prime 3 did have... Oh, actually, my memory is completely failing me right now. But, I think we can go... I'm trying to remember if Veteran is hard. I don't think it is. I think there was Normal, there was Veteran, and then there was Hyper Mode, which you unlock after completing the game. So I think we're okay to go in on Veteran. I don't think it's that difficult. I do remember, I don't think I ever actually beat Prime 3 on Hyper Mode. I think I got up to the final boss, and the final boss was just too fucking difficult. I think. A vague memory of that. Or maybe I did complete it, I've just forgotten. I don't remember, truth be told. It's not important. Let's go in on veteran, because I think it'll be fine. We've done the other ones on veteran, so we might as well do this one on veteran too, right? And oof. Beam. Ah, Metroid Prime 3. Just wait for it to load. It'll get there. Ship log. Autopilot navigation initiated. Destination coordinates. Planet Norian. Kalandor region. Life support status. Cryogenic system stable. Heart rate 15 BPM. Blood pressure. Life support anomaly detected. Neurological readings destination. Oh no, blue screen of death. What could it possibly be, I wonder? I like that they start with that. It's like, yeah, let's not even bother. We don't need to keep this a secret.
Vital signs stable. Activating various suit. Suit diagnostic complete. All systems functional.
And we're in.
Interface enabled. Requesting new cabin.
The almost completely pointless ship segments. But it's fun. I kind of wish there was more stuff you could do.
Ship orientation. Galactic Federation fighters approaching. Incoming transmission.
Unidentified vessel, please switch to a secure radio frequency and transmit your identity code. We are standing by.
Alright. Alright, so we got boop, we got boop, boop, and a boop.
Transmission verified. Greetings, Samus. We welcome you on behalf of the Galactic Federation. Proceed to the command ship Olympus. You've been cleared for docking bay 5. Welcome back, Samus.
I very much love the amount of world building that this game does. Where's the thruster thing? There it is. Boop. Alright. And we leave. Because, you know, you don't see this kind of shit in any other Metroid game. Like, at all, really. You know, the fact that the Galactic Federation has this huge fleet. I mean, of course it does. It makes perfect sense that it has that. But you don't see it. I would not be that close to the exhaust of a ship. That's a good way to get burned. But, GFS. Olympus. I'm so happy to be playing this. I wasn't sure if I was going to play it this year or not. And I was like, yeah, you know what? You started it this year. You should finish it this year too. So I thought, okay. We'll play it sometime either late October or early November. I think it ended up a little bit earlier because it didn't take me as long to get through Okami as I thought it did. Because this game was originally slated for the Friday-Monday slot, and I switched it to the Thursday slot for a few reasons. Yeah. Scan everything.
Please calibrate your weapon by shooting these targets.
Sweet. Shoot the targets. Break the targets.
Calibration complete. Samus, welcome to the flagship Olympus. Admiral Dane is waiting for you in the briefing room. I will upload the location to you now.
Ahoy. Nice. Nice. I think we can pretty much scan everything. I love how you get the little insert things like flying in from the side. That's a nice touch. There's so much you can scan in this game. It really is like an upgrade over the previous one. That's a technician. You can see that's a thing. Scan everything. I can't remember which ones do and don't count. Because one of the good things about this game, compared to the previous ones, is you can essentially New Game Plus this. And because of that, your scan logs actually wrap. Now, I am absolutely fucking rubbish at this. But we'll see how we get on. Hey. $15. That is honestly one of the better scores I've ever got with this. But there you go. And I got the little dinky-doo for it. Fucking what's the word I'm thinking of? Token. Dinky-doo? Where did that come from? Yep. Hang on, what we got? Ah yes. Male fleet trooper. And female fleet trooper. Because sexism is still a thing. God, so much to scan. You don't have to scan any of this stuff. I just really want to. Okay, what we got? That's red. That's probably not important. Some things never change. I really hope we still get that same little jingle in the Prime 4. Because that would be very nice. Oh yeah, you can speak with people too.
Sorry, I'm on duty. I can't talk right now.
Ah, talk! The fact that people and can talk, I'm not alone. Like how fucking, you know, like amazing is that in a Metroid game? To not be alone. I know technically you had Umos in the last game and stuff like that, but it's not the same. Now this is a log. No, is that not? No, that's not a log. What did the logs look like? I've actually forgotten. No, this is boop. 13576. Which you'll need to get through the door. Alright. And 1, 3, 5, 7, 6.
Access granted.
Yay! IR smart.
Try not to move during the procedure. We need a
I
stable
understand the procedure.
It's gore!
Subject disappeared for the command breach.
You may proceed.
Of course.
You'll need to pull that lever to work you to enter the containment area.
Oh god. Yes, the concessions to the fact you had a bloody Wiimote. And the main thing I worry about why this will never get transferred over to
Initiating DNA verification.
the Switch. Like, how are you supposed to do those without a Wiimote to move? I know technically you can use this with the Switch Joy-Cons like that, but
13576. Identified as bounty hunter Samus Aran. Preparing a biohazard scan. Please approach the scan terminal.
status clear. Chozo Varisuit online.
Scan complete. No hazardous material detected. Samus, you are cleared for the command bridge.
Yay, I'm so happy. Joy-Cons could do it, look at Skyward Sword. I suppose. This is your lore drop. Yes, there it is. Data file. I will try and go through all these. The Olympus-class battleship. The Olympus-class battleship is the first Federation capital ship designed to use an onboard Aurora unit. They are the flagship fleet's They are the flagships of the fleets they serve in, usually commanded by an officer of flag rank. Battleships of this class have smaller crews than most ships of a similar size due to the presence of the Aurora unit. The space saved in crew support is used for more battle systems. The enormous vessels are powered by fuel gel, making the scarce commodity of extreme value to the Federation military. They introduced fuel to the Metroid series? Oh, that just proves they don't know what they're doing. Oh, that always made me laugh. Well, they've never mentioned that they needed fuel before.
Aren't you Samus Aran? It's an honor to meet you.
See? People know me. Fun fact, Wiimote is an unofficial term not approved by Nintendo. Really? I thought they were literally called Wiimotes. I thought it had it like written on the back or something. Whatever. Ah yes, we'll be going through here later. I do like this. It's like you get to see this whole stuff, and it's nice and calm. And then, of course, later on, the shit hits the fan. It's always kind of nice to see. Oh, that's right, yeah. I was going to say, now you have to go... Oh, no, wait, no, you don't. You have to go this way, you see. And, yeah, I think that's sealed off. You gotta... Just making sure you understand about how the charge beam works. Now, the fun thing about these, of course... The official name is Wii Remote. No game is allowed to use Wiimote. Huh. I honestly never knew that. Interesting thing is, at the start of the game, before the incident happens, you do get the normal energy globs. But they actually change later on in the game, after the incident. And it's a save point. It forces you to save. You literally can't continue unless you save. Because I guess the game really wants you to know how to save. It was back when Nintendo was very much in its we've got to hold everybody's hand phase. Which they've never really come out of. They did at least lessen it to a certain degree, but... yeah.
You're good to go. Admiral Dane is waiting inside.
Yay.
Andreda, enough. Looks like everyone's here now. Before I begin the briefing, let me introduce 242, the flagship's Aurora unit.
An organic supercomputer. Fascinating. It's my understanding that the Galactic Federation's core network is comprised of such units.
That is correct, Lord. And we serve as the network's master control. However, currently the network is down.
That seems inefficient.
But necessary. You see, 7 days ago we discovered that all Aurora units were infected with an unknown virus. We were forced to bring the network down. Fortunately, our scientists were quickly able to devise a vaccine.
Unit 242 was the first AU to receive the vaccine. We were able to completely purge the virus.
Where did this virus come from?
We believe the virus is of space pirate origin. 4 months ago, the GFS Valhalla went missing while on a training mission in the Klar Nebula. The ship's logs revealed that they were attacked by a space pirate raiding vessel.
What is the logic in disrupting a Federation training mission?
They're pirates. How could they resist a prize like that?
That never would have happened if I'd been there.
Then it's a shame you weren't. The pirates boarded the Valhalla and gained access to the ship's Aurora unit, 313. This is how they were able to hack into the network and plant the virus.
Thanks to our security protocols, we were able to shut down the network before the damage from the virus became irreversible.
But we're still vulnerable. If the pirates decide to launch a major offensive, we'd be hard-pressed to defend ourselves. We must rid the other AUs of that virus and bring the network back online. That's where you come in. We need you to deliver the vaccine to each of the AUs in this system. We'd also like you to investigate the pirates' activity in the area. We need to know what they're up to.
Condition red. All personnel to combat-ready stations. Repeat. Condition red.
Sir, a space pirate attack fleet has just warped out of some sort of wormhole. They're also heading for Sector 0, the planet's home base.
No, they're targeting the planetary defense system. Get down to the planet and aid the ground troops. Stop those pirates from disabling the defense system. Go.
You're right. He does say no rather than damn. Ah, red. I mean, everything's everywhere. Yeah, you don't actually need to scan everything, that's just me being annoying. Right. Shit's about to hit the fan in a big way, so let's go deal with it. Open up, please.
Samus, get to your ship. We need you down on the planet. Until we get the fleet in formation.
Kaboom! Which is, like, really fucking cool. Because, like, again, you don't get this kind of shit in Metroid normally. Metroid's usually a far more subdued game. Scan Dane? Oh yeah, should probably do that. No, not him. Him. Hey, Fleet Admiral Dane. I always forget about that. Okay. It's kind of funny how the design of the space pirate changes from game to game. Saving all of these guys is really fucking difficult. Out of scanning range. What? Whew. You're right down there, pal. Yeah, saving all of these guys is so fucking hard. Aim for the dot. Whew. You alright there, pal?
Help, Samus. The blast doors are down, so it looks like you have to find another way back to your ship.
Well, of course I do. I know, I'll take a walk on outside, shall we? Right. Alright, fine. Alright. Come here, you git. Hold still. Get your arse back here. Git. Where are you gonna throw it to now? Ah, the energy cells. This game's equivalent of the keys. Sort of. I think this game probably gets the key hunt the best, because this game has it where, yeah, you got a key hunt, but you don't have to get all of them. I think at best you need like 5 out of 9 or something like that. I forget the numbers. But I know for a fact you definitely don't need all of them. Come on. Pop up. There we go. Alright. What are these things? I have to wait for the thing to open up. There we go. I was like, I know I've got to wait, haven't I? Alright, let's get the heck out of here, shall we? Oh, should have gone the other way. Kaboom! And they very generously just give you a free energy tank that you don't even have to go out of your way to find. They give you several, actually. I think it's obviously because Hyper Mode chews up a health bar, so they've got to give you at least one. I think that's why they're a little more generous with the health tank drops in this. Oh, what a wonderful smell I've discovered. So of course I end up in the goddamn trash chute. I like that the motion controls are mostly subdued, just for a bit of interactivity. Helps making the solution a bit more satisfying. Instead of pressing a button, you get to thrust your hand forward with almost triumphant clunk. Yeah, that's true. Vegeta killing people again. Yeah, I think the actually I should probably scan that. The voice actor who does what's his name? Rundus? Same as Vegeta. Something like that. Uh-oh. Red? That can't be good. That was lucky. Like, really lucky. I don't think Samus's suit has boosters. Should really, if you think about it. You never know when you're going to get spaced. Oh, this guy's really annoying to have to save. This one's all about speed. Memory serves. Ooh, hello. Oh, I got turned around. That's what I get for glancing at the thing. Missiles. Typically, the first upgrade you always get. It's always a toss-up between missiles and morph ball in most games. Wait. Where did you come from? Dupe. Oh good, he's still alive. Hello. Now, how good are you at using the Wiimote, I wonder? I should probably scan these things. Also, stop it. A little off to the left and it misses. Another one. Did I save everybody? I may have actually saved everybody. I can't remember how many there are to save.
That was too close. Thanks, Samus. The hangar is just through those doors. I'm sure the troops on the ground could use all the help they can get. There's
Pretty.
also a recharge station over there in case you need it.
I guess I'll swing in. Excuse me. Alright. Come on, through the door. On the bloody ledge. It's those big shoulder things. They keep getting stuck on doors. Maybe that's what the space jump is for. Oh, you mean for the thrusters? Yeah, perhaps you can use the space jump for that. And we're back! Yay! Not quite done yet, though, are we? Now, if I remember how the hell to kill these things. There we go. That's something, alright? Now I remember, I gotta knock those back at him, haven't I? You could do that, you'd knock off the armor. What did you eat for lunch last night? Whoop, hello. Ow. God damn it. Let's time that slightly. Whoop, never mind. There it is. What? God damn it. Gotcha. Bye-bye. Shocking. Head cannon, the shoulder pads are internal AC units, which is why it can enter hot areas. Yeah, it's possible, perhaps. Big shoulder things keep getting stuck on doors. Is that what they call it? A barrier suit. It's not called the barrier suit, though, is it? Not really. I know it's supposed to be called the barrier suit, but thanks to mistranslations, it's now called the various suit. Or the various suit, or even the various suit, I've heard. Nice. As kind of superfluous as the ship is, I do kind of like it. Like, I know all the little buttons and stuff you can press are completely pointless, but I do like that they give the ship kind of a personality. Not an actual personality, but they kind of give it this look, and it's like, because obviously you can get upgrades for it, it is a great addition to the series that you upgrade your ship as much as anything else. Which, again, is the only Metroid game that has ever done this. I will say, this is like... I remember a friend of mine described this once as the opening for Metroid Prime 3 is about as Halo as the Metroid franchise ever gets.
Our situation doesn't look good. The pirate attack has knocked out our generators and disabled the planetary defense system. This cannon was our only weapon capable of taking out orbiting ships. We need you and the other hunters to get the generators back online and restore power to the cannon so we can repulse this assault. I'm uploading the generator coordinates to you now. Good hunting.
Ooh. 1. And a 2. And a 3. But we don't have to go to all 3, thankfully. Zero mission infusion completely destroyed her ship. I think, isn't there, hang on a second. I think it says... No, it doesn't say that. I can't remember which game it was, But there was a game that actually like gave her ship like a number, and it was like a clever thing because it was literally like, I want to say it was like, it may have been the last game, well, Prime 2, that gave it like Hunter 03 or something like that, because it was like the third ship she'd ever had, like, you know, like chronologically. Chronology, that's wrong. Woo, hey, watch where you're aiming that thing. I can't remember which one it was, but one of them did it. Grapple lasso. And I love the utility that the grapple gets. Like, they really expanded what the grapple can do in this game. Most Halo the series gets, and it does it way better than Halo. That is true. I definitely prefer the Prime series to the Halo series. And as someone who is planning to play through another Halo game soon, I say that with some measure of agreement. Halo is fine if all you're looking for is a nice, simple shooter. Halo is an uncomplicated first-person shooter. I personally like my games to be a little more complicated than that. Like, I like shooters, but I like my shooters that come with other elements. Like, I like FPS RPGs. I like, you know, shooter Metroidvanias, and technically there's only a couple, but clashes with the suit. What, the grapple thing? Well, I suppose it's an accessory. Perfect Dark was better. Perfect Dark was great fun. With GoldenEye getting a release on modern systems, I really fucking hope Perfect Dark gets the same things. Dooms, your Duke Nukems, your Fallouts, your Borderlands. Doom, I would say, is only just over a bog standard shooter. Duke Nukem, I would agree, because Duke Nukem you get all the secrets. I suppose technically you get secrets in Doom too. I'll be honest with you, I've never played anything past the first level in Doom, because I don't know. If given the choice between Doom and Duke Nukem 3D, I'd probably play Duke Nukem 3D. I find that game a lot more fun and entertaining. But yeah, Fallout and Borderlands. Although the Borderlands series kind of shat itself to death, unfortunately. I need to play the third. I own the third Borderlands game. I haven't fucking played it yet. I gotta get around to that at some point. I doubt I'd do it on stream, though. I don't know if I care enough about Borderlands, because, like, Borderlands 1 was fine, but bland. And then you had Borderlands 2, which was absolutely fantastic. It was such a step up over the first game. But then you had the pre-sequel, and the pre-sequel fucking sucked. It was boring. The storyline was kind of pointless and redundant. It was basically Borderlands 2, but completely stripped of any fun or personality. It was so grindy as well. I didn't like the pre-sequel. And so I've just never got around to playing Borderlands 3, just because. Well, it also didn't help that apparently the Tales from the Borderlands series, you know, the Telltale Games thing, is canon. And I don't own that. So I kind of felt like I was missing a chunk of the game, but Perfect Dark did get a HD version XBLA. Yeah, I know, but I want it on more than just fucking Xbox. Like, why can't we get that on Switch? Why can't that come out on Steam? You know? Why isn't the GoldenEye remaster coming out on Steam? It's like, stop fucking being exclusive to things. I do find it hilarious that PlayStation is bitching and moaning about all the exclusive stuff on Microsoft, and then it just keeps announcing games exclusive for PlayStation. It's like, fuck off. Anyway, Planet Norian. Though located on the fringe of the Federation, Planet Norian is of great importance. The military maintains a strong presence in the sector. The base on Norian is often the first line of defense against enemies that operate outside of Galactic Federation space. Originally a barren orb incapable of sustaining life, a sophisticated terraforming project designed by Aurora Unit 486 has turned Norian into a hardy forest world. Hey, terraforming. Terraforming is good. We should do terraforming more often. I am actually quite surprised at the number of games that are about terraforming at the moment. Like, I can think of at least 4 different games at the moment that are either out or in development that are about terraforming a planet. And I love that. I want to play GoldenEye with modern controls. I also want to play Prime and Hunters with modern controls. I have heard a friend of mine has been emulating Metroid Prime 1 for the GameCube on their Steam Deck, and apparently that works really well. Ooh, don't want to fall down there. You finished a game that has terraforming on Monday? Wait, Okami? Well, okay, technically, if you want to get really specific about it, it kinda does. I wouldn't really call that a terraforming game. I mean, I suppose, you know, you are clearing the curse from the place and you're bringing life back to the world. I guess I can see where you're coming from with that, but still seems a stretch. Ah, yes, we can't do anything with this yet, can we? That'll come later. Much later, in point of fact. Hello. Nice. Actually, did that thing turn back on or did it turn on later? I don't remember. Oh, it does. I think I can actually do anything with this shit, can I? I don't think I can. My memory is saying you can't, but I think I can do something now. I love being able to use the auto jump like that. It's so much fun. Uh-oh. Oh. Bye-bye. Ha ha ha. And another free one. Can't be avoided. I think we'll wait. Go go, 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 go. Woohoo! Nailed it. Ah, yes. Map. Well, this is a casual game just giving out health power-ups, not making you find them. Technically, yes. As I said, it is the most generous, especially when it comes to health pickups. I think because of the hyper mode, where it's like, you know... Gore! Subject is a veteran of the Liberation War of Wotan 7. We'd have to take a moment and translate Roman numerals like that. Only 6% of the subject's birth body remains. The rest is state-of-the-art cyberware. Despite his career and heavy cybernetic modification, Subject is known for his high levels of empathy and compassion. Gore is rather gentle and approaches situations logically, but is not the most skilled of fighters. Intel suggests he even has a sense of humor. Subject has often championed the weak, poor, and downtrodden, working for free or giving bounty money earned to the victims of his targets. Subject can merge his cybernetic body into larger mechanisms, including gunships and fightercraft. This merging will alter Goro's personality, and he will become incredibly aggressive and violent. Data indicates a high proficiency with computer infiltration and manipulation. High level of mechanical empathy with artificial intelligence. Which explains, of course, why he gets on so well with the Aurora unit. Hey, Rondas. Subject is a native of... hang on. Phrygia. I suppose that makes sense. Phrygia. You know, frigid, whatever. A moon of the planet Best 3, known primarily for ice mining. The Phrygian ability to manipulate and generate ice has come in handy in Subject's career as a bounty hunter. Intel suggests he enjoys hunting to the point where he keeps trophies from all the targets he successfully captured or killed in his career. Subject is proud, cocky, and arrogant, and considers himself without rival in his field. Appropriate considering his voice actor. And of course, Gandrada. Subject's homeworld unknown. Possesses metamorphic abilities similar to the biomorphs of Jovia 12. Can assume the form and abilities of most living things, including bioforms considerably larger than the subject. Scans are unable to determine subject's age, but Psychoval suggests a high degree of youthfulness. Intel suggests that bounty hunting is akin to a sport for her, one she enjoys considerably. Subject perceives the veteran hunter Samus Aran as her chief rival, a rival she intends to surpass as soon as possible. I like the hunters in this. I kind of wish they'd do more of that. Like, even in, like, side stories in the Metroid universe where you just flesh out some of the hunters and stuff. Just because. Like, you've got this rich, detailed sci-fi world, but you're only ever allowed to tell stories about one person. Because, yeah. Fans can't let go of Samus Aran, I suppose. I mean, I get it. She's fun, but it is what it is. Andrea is the most insufferable one of the three. Favorite thing about corruption and hunters was... the thing about corruption was the other bounty hunters. It's also the thing you liked about hunters appropriately, though. Fair enough. I mean, it makes sense. I think the problem with hunters is that the bounty hunters in that weren't fleshed out as well as they were in this game. Like, they weren't really given personalities. Not as much, anyway. I think you should be used to this sort of shit by now. Yeah, worth a try. Hello. Stop moving. Also, where the hell are you? You're being irritating. Stop it. Said stop. Oh, hello. Destroy those things? I can't remember. Oi, come here.
Are more fragile than they appear. I just received word that the Federation is allowing all bounty hunters to use ship command devices. You should now be able to remotely command your ship and land it here. Don't forget to perform suit maintenance and data backup if you need. Generator A is just through those doors. While you head that way, I'll activate the generator on the west side. Between the two of us, this should be a breeze.
Alright. We get the... oh yeah, it's really that one, isn't it? Ship command, which is green for some reason.
Data received.
Oh no, a few more pirates knows if I do this thing for a living, I must need help. Look, they just needed an excuse to introduce the guy, okay? He had to have a nice, cool, badass scene. They all do. They all have a nice little badass introduction. You get to know them properly, and this, that, the other. Just how these things go, you know that. That's what I can save while I'm here. Also, it's 4 o'clock, and so it's time for a break. Alright, so, yeah, as I say, we're going to take a break, and then we'll move on. And we'll get through the introduction and into the actual main portion of the game sooner rather than later. Because it is weird, because this game... because, like, Prime 1 kind of has a nice sort of linear opening to it. Prime 2 kind of does as well. But Prime 3 has such an extended opening. And it kind of almost screws up the pacing, you know, in a way. Because it's, as I say, it's the most Halo the Prime series ever got. It's the most Halo Metroid ever got, really. As my friend used to say. But, yeah, it is a weird pacing choice. But, I mean, starting with an action set piece is nothing bad. but I did find it was a bit incongruous with how the rest of the game went. But I'll go into more details after the break. See you in a minute, guys. And we are back. Okay. C0, I think was a good opening. It's intended to act as an introduction as well as a tutorial. Make it different for the rest of the game helps to distinguish it. Yeah, but I would say it's, as I say, it's sort of a matter of pacing in that regard, in that the pacing of this chunk of the game is much faster than the rest of the game. And I know that there were some people who played the start of the game, thought, oh, okay, I know what the game is going to be like. You know, having never played a Metroid game before, and then they completely had the rug pulled out from under them when suddenly the pacing grinds to a fucking halt once you hit Brio. So, it's not like it's a bad opening. I don't think it's a bad opening. But I do wonder if there was a way that could have been done without it being quite so scatterbrained? No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Alright. Well, damn. Why does everything I love explode? Why does everything I touch explode? Why does everything I look at explode? Why does every planet I set foot on explode? Definitely the last one. I forgot about these things. Watch the top left. Or just wait for them to stop right in front of you. That works too. Gotcha. I don't see many people using Prime 3 as their jumping on point in the series. Well, this is the thing, is that a lot of people did because of how hard Nintendo pushed it. Because like Prime 1 and Prime 2 got a decent amount of advertising, but not a lot. But, and this is something I did sort of mention I was going to talk about. I think Metroid Prime 3 was the best advertised Metroid game pretty much of the franchise. Maybe Dread more recently, because I remember Dread came out and there was a whole bunch of stuff put up on YouTube and all sorts of things like that. And I remember thinking at the time, I don't think Nintendo's pushed this hard for a Metroid game since Prime 3. Because Prime 3 had fucking everything. Like, Prime 3 had its own fucking Wii channel. Do you remember that? I do. That thing was great. I logged into that every time there was a new video up. And, like, the lore dumps and all this stuff that were, like, dropped off in there. Like, the fact that in that video, it specifically correlates the Aurora units to the fucking Mother Brain was just like, I was like, oh god, is that where they got the idea from, kind of thing. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. It also dropped off a few things I don't think actually go anywhere. Like, there's this vague implication that the Phazon packs that some of the Federation soldiers are wearing are, like, corrupting them, but it never goes anywhere.
Samus, are you reading me? Something big is happening up here. What in the name of...
Well, that doesn't look good.
Samus is heading right at you. That's why the pirates disabled the defense system. They intend to smash this thing into Noria. Get that cannon back online, or everyone down there is as good as dead.
You remember that? You still got it on your Wii? Do you? I think I deleted mine. Maybe? I don't remember. Yeah, these guys. These soldiers have their PC suits, or PED, wasn't it?
All clear.
Nice. Oh, and would you look who it is? Alright, we're not quite on the clock yet, but we will be soon enough. Yeah, man, open up now. I want one. Oh, hello. Yeah, they don't work on a slope. Well, hello. They don't really work on a slope like that. Hey, 100 kills. Ow. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Today, please. Thank you. Christ. Hunter Gore.
This one has finished bothering us. Go on ahead. I will stay here and protect the area. Proceed quickly to Generator C.
And reactivate the defense system before we're all vaporized. Go on, get out of here.
Well, okay then, if you insist. You actually installed a mod on your Wii so you could unlock the token unlockables. Is there a mod for that? I mean, I'm not surprised, but never bothered looking before, I guess.
Massive quantities of Phazon. It could be some sort of bomb.
Yes, that's an ice shield, isn't it? Yeah, the whole token multiplayer thing was so fucking irritating. It annoyed literally everybody who had this game, because it's like, well, what if you don't know anyone who owns the game? It's like, how the hell are you supposed to unlock stuff? Nintendo didn't bloody care, why would they? Got to have fucking multiplayer stuff. Why wouldn't it, I guess? I don't remember what this is or why this is here, but it is. Oh, is this how you get down on this side? Oh yeah, that's right, that gets smashed open later, doesn't it? I remember now.
The meteor will enter the planet's atmosphere soon. There is no time to lose, Samus.
It's called Reconnect 24. You just downloaded the save file that had all the friend icons already. I suppose that's fair. Okay. There it is. Reconnect 24 adds back all the online functionality to use a fan-maintained server. Oh, fair enough. So they're just people that hang around on there to... Ow, balls. That one always gets me. You actually get a token for doing this whole section without taking any damage. Never done it. It's so fucking hard.
Samus, I was able to get Generator B back online. If you need any help. Here they come again.
Basically anyone else that also has Reconnect installed can play games together. Games act just like as if you had the connection with the official Nintendo servers back in the day. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But I mean, I'm assuming you still like need to know somebody who's got green tokens to exchange.
Space Pirate Grey is definitely not my style. Machines aren't my thing either, so I'll let you get this generator back online. Thanks, Sammy.
It requires a jailbroken Wii, but that's easier to do now than ever. I had to use the Twilight hack when I did it. I think I remember that. Like, back in the day, there was this way to, like, basically break Twilight Princess. And it allowed you to jailbreak your Wii. I think I remember that. Because a friend shared a video with, of that to me at one point. And I didn't understand it. Because, like, the video itself didn't have any explanation of what the fuck it was doing. It was literally just a completely, well, almost, it had, like, in-game sounds and stuff, but it was like a silent video of someone doing very strange things with their Wii, and I didn't get it. The video description, none of that stuff. Nothing actually explained what the video was. And my friend refused to tell me. To this day, I don't know why. I'm not even friends with the guy anymore. This was fucking years and years and years ago. Whoop. Number 2. And number 3. Very good. They set opponent's name to something with like 256 characters, which causes the game to crash and execute arbitrary code. This arbitrary code can then be executed on the system level, allowing you to run anything on the Wii, not just within Twilight Princess. So you can install and run custom software, etc. I don't think that's the one I remember seeing, but I remember seeing something similar to that. Hello. Of course, time for the one boss fight that literally everybody remembers. Probably scan the fucker. Meta Ridley. Fight that was literally in the E3 demo. It was such a big thing. Come on. Hello. You try and nope. Hello. Hold still. Ow. Nope. Here we go again. You gonna try and backhand me this time? Nope. Face. Now he's backhanding me. There we go. There's a fucking long tube. Ow, ow. Stop that. Gotcha. Oh, hey, Kane. I guess you chose the iconic moment to show up. Yeah, pretty iconic.
That was a little too hot for my liking. Well done, Samus. But now you owe me one.
And I'm sure I won't have the chance to repay it.
Generator B, so I'll leave it to you to get this final generator back online. With that, we can activate the cannon. When you're done, head to the control room. I'll meet you there.
Alright. Because I'm the only one who can activate this shit. How did he activate it? Like, if you've got to use the hand scanner to do these things, he doesn't have hands. Does he? Maybe he does. Uh-oh.
Attention all personnel. Meteor impact will occur in 4 minutes.
Uh-oh.
Samus, all efforts to stop the meteor have failed. Now that the defense system is back online, it remains our last chance to stop the meteor.
And that's the one thing that struck me as wrong. Because it's clearly still out in space.
All efforts to stop the meteor
Yes, I know.
have failed.
So it shouldn't be, like, burning up in the atmosphere like that.
The system is back online. It remains our last chance to stop the meteor. You must get to the control tower and fire the defense cannon.
Will do.
We are uploading the location of the control tower to you now.
Yep. Yeah. Alright. Has anyone ever bothered to, like, run out of time just to see what the fuck happens? Because I never have. Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta turn around on me. Oop, missed. Even worse, what if it was the right hand for the hand scanner? Yeah, that's a fair point. Good job Samus is left-handed. I assume. Hard to tell. I imagine Samus is probably ambidextrous. Or at the very least trained herself to be mixed-handed. Yeah, I'll get there as soon as the door opens. Bloody doors. Ooh. I think the hand scanner just like scans what kind of hand you've got and then adapts the shape on it to fit. How'd you three get here?
You're late. We were about to leave you behind.
The meteor is approaching. It's faster than you think.
If we don't make it to the top in time, we can kiss this planet goodbye.
Hey, relax. We're the good guys. Justice will prevail and all that stuff. Right, Samus?
Here. Let's do this.
Cool shot. Famously, Link is left-handed, which has always been such an odd design choice. Do you think that was just because the art of him in the first game just happened to be drawn with him holding the sword in the left hand, and they just stuck with it? Push the button. Phew. Kaboom! Nice. Into Breath of the Wild where he's right-handed. I thought that was, yeah, Twilight Princess. Yeah, you're right, Zero. It was Twilight Princess on the Wii, where he was made right-handed, basically by mirroring the whole game. Because I never played Twilight Princess on the GameCube. I bought it on the Wii 1 month later. And when I got the GameCube HD version, I was very confused for a moment. And I was like, oh yeah, they did mirror it, didn't they?
Too. Can you hear me, Samus?
Yes, I can. Oop.
Vital signs are stable. Welcome back, Samus. You've been asleep for quite some time. A month, to be exact. We feared we'd lost you. Thanks to your great work, Norion is now safe. At the end of the battle, we found you and the other hunters all unconscious. Our medical examinations then yielded surprising results. Your bodies are now, somehow, self-generating Phazon. What's even stranger is that there are no negative effects to your health. This led us to investigate if we could make effective use of this Phazon. During the invasion on Norion, you must have noticed some powerful troopers in new suits. They were wearing what we call Phazon Enhancement Devices, or PEDs. We integrated this same Phazon enhancement device into your armor while repairing your damaged bodysuit. Troopers wearing this device have Phazon pumped to their weapons from an external backpack. This gives them an extra boost in firepower. But in your case, think about it. With this Phazon coursing through your body, you can fuel the PED using your own internal energy. Pretty effective, don't you think? Why don't you try the PED now?
I'm sure this will have no negative repercussions whatsoever. Seal the room.
Initiate PED program.
Recharging energy reserves. Training complete.
You must have noticed during this test that Hyper Mode possesses devastating power.
Feel like Dark Samus should have her gun on her left arm because sinister. What? We don't know exactly how your suit works. We were able to install a mod on it while unconscious. Honestly, I'm always a little. It's unclear exactly how much the Federation knows about Samus's Chozo armor, because if you think about like Fusion, this game, and I think in elements in Other M, it's very much implied that they've pretty much taken her armor apart and put it back together and know in great detail how her armor works. And I guess it's just a thing of they never felt the need to like replicate it or something. I don't know, or maybe the armor that the GF uses is like based on her Chozo armor anyway. Or maybe it's because it's specifically Chozo armor and you need Chozo biology to use it or something. I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason why they haven't done that. But yeah, apparently that they know a hell of a lot about her armor. Like, probably more than we will ever know. My personal opinion anyway, but...
Over the past month, we've learned the hard way just how powerful our enemies are. To deal with them, you'll need the firepower of the PED suit. Make good use of it. Now that you are familiar with the workings of the PED device, the Aurora Unit 242 would like to meet with you. There are many pressing matters to discuss. The AU chamber is located just off the command bridge. You'd better get going. Good luck. Oh, and one more thing. After 25 seconds, the safety feature automatically ends hyper mode. You'll have to keep paying attention.
They kept crushing soldiers in mothball. Yeah, that was the space pirates in Prime 1. Yeah, it's established that they the space pirates try to re-engineer elements of Samus's suit. Of course, the space pirates don't have access to the suit. Well, the Federation does, you know, which is I think it's supposed to explain why the Federation can send her upgrades in Fusion. I think. Hyper mode. Phazon enhancement device. PED. It's a PED dispenser. The Phazon enhancement device is designed to harness the energy of Phazon minerals, originally discovered on Aether, for a new Federation weapon system. I like how they only mention Aether. They don't mention, originally discovered on Talon 4. No, because the Federation presumably never found out about what happened on Talon 4. But Aether was the first place the Federation encountered Phazon. It's being tested by a GF Marine battalion stationed in the Norian system. Marines can initiate an energy siphon from a supply of Phazon carried in a backpack to their armor suits. This allows them to temporarily enhance the exoskeletal and weapon systems of their armor suits. To date, no Marines have displayed signs of Phazon sickness. Yeah, Phazon sickness, that's what the... in fact, it's... I don't know, this might actually be the text from the Wii channel. Because one of the things that the Wii channel talked about was the Phazon enhancement devices. Because, of course, it's like a... Because the Wii channel was basically like... Here's some lore about things that are going to be important in corruption, and excuse me, and one of the things they talked about was the PED, and I think it actually ends with the line, "To date, no Marines have displayed signs of Phazon sickness," whilst simultaneously showing a picture of a Marine wearing a PED suit, and his hand just starts shaking and twitching. He kind of stops it from happening. And I'm like, are we gonna have to fight Federation soldiers? We don't. It was set up and never paid off. I don't know if maybe that was part of a plan that just never happened, because game development changes over time. It's just the headcanon that's why the Federation doesn't use it either, I suppose. I thought you were going to say the Federation took the armor apart piece by piece to study it and still don't know anything about how it works. I mean, that's entirely possible too. I mean, it is Chozo tech. You know, and the Chozo are, well, they're thought of as being an extinct species at this point. We know technically they're not entirely extinct at this point, as we found out, of course, in, Dread, but they're mostly extinct. Phazon. Phazon is a substance of extragalactic origin. It is a highly radioactive ore with extreme mutagenic properties. It has certain biological qualities, including the ability to reproduce itself. Exposure to Phazon often affects the brains of sentient beings, causing erratic, destructive behavior. It is also a potent source of energy, surpassing even fuel gel in pure output potential. It must be handled carefully, as it can cause Phazon sickness if used incorrectly. Also, I know it doesn't really show up yet, but I love how the face reflection changes. Because, the face reflection was kind of there in Prime 1 and 2, but it's only when you had, a really bright light it showed up. But now it's there, pretty much permanently. But obviously only during the scan visors when you can see it. Which I just love. And look, these things have changed now. They're not the normal energy things. They're actual Phazon units. So it's you're literally using Phazon to regenerate yourself. Which is kind of creepy. If you actually think about it. How much has your biology been changed by all this? Hello.
A pleasure to meet you, Samus.
Is it? Thanks to Raven Daddy. Yeah, I can't remember if I mentioned this before, but I was at the time Dread came out and was revealed. I wanted to make a meme picture, and I never quite got around to it. Do you know the meme? I can't remember what it's for. I think it's for like an advert for hot dogs, and it's like, "Hey Jimmy, how come your mom lets you have 2 hot dogs?" I was gonna have a thing where like Jimmy would be replaced by Samus, and it was gonna be like, "Wow, Samus, how come Nintendo lets you have 4 dads?" or something like that. And it was going to be Samus's biological father, Adam Malkovich as like surrogate father. Is it Oldbird, her actual Chozo surrogate father, and Ravenbeak, who is like the one she got the Chozo blood from, apparently now, as we know. But I never got around to making it because I'm fucking lazy. I don't know why. I just didn't.
Can I help you?
Yes, let me scan you. They're going down in here. Can't remember if they actually let you. Yeah, they do. Okay, so.
Samus, you made it. Glad to hear you're feeling better. You've been cleared to enter the AU chamber. Please proceed through these doors and up the lift. The Aurora unit is expecting you. Clearance confirmed, G5. Opening chamber vault.
You wouldn't put Adam in there personally? Well, it was more for the meme more than anything else. Whether you count Adam as being part of her father figure. I mean, Samus did see Adam as a father figure. I mean, I can't remember because it's like all that stuff was mostly in Other M. And Other M's canonicity is questionable at best. You know, Adam is mentioned in Fusion, but I can't remember how much I think she only mentions him as a CO rather than a father figure. But again, it was mostly for the meme rather than anything seriously. Aurora unit. Ah, yes. This is where you see quite specifically that, yeah, these things really are based on fucking Mother Brain. Again, I thought there was going to be more to it than that, but no, they are literally just based on the idea of Mother Brain. That's it. There's nothing. There's no greater or lesser mystery. They're just based on Mother Brain tech.
Welcome, Samus Aran. Let us begin. Time is most critical.
You never thought of it as a father figure. You always thought he was more of a love interest. I guess. Honestly, I never really even got that. Like, the father figure thing definitely comes from Other M. And I think it's... In Fusion, I got more of a respect for a fellow soldier kind of thing. Like, more of a camaraderie element. You know, like that level of respect. But, I mean, here's the thing. You can take it so many different ways. You know, but, yeah. As I said, it was just a meme. It was going to be a silly joke. I never bothered getting around to making it because image editing is really hard and annoying. But yeah, I mean, with the Aurora units, like, it's so clear and obvious that they're based on Mother Brain tech, and it's the weird sort of thing about like the origins of Mother Brain vary depending on what you're looking at, because I'm pretty sure originally Mother Brain was a creation of the Space Pirates, but I think that was retconned that Mother Brain was a creation of the Chozo that betrayed the Chozo and allied itself with the space pirates. But I was never sure if that was true or not. You always thought Mother Brain came from the Auroras. I don't know if the timeline matches up for that. I always assumed the Auroras came from Mother Brain. Because again, if you go back to the old Wii channel, when it talked about the Aurora units, there was very clearly a point where it shows a design for like an Aurora safeguarding system, and it's literally just that last corridor in Torian from Metroid 1. The Prime series takes place after Metroid 1, but before Metroid 2. Yeah, that's true. The entire Prime series takes place then. That is absolutely true. So it's after the events of Prime 1, but before the events of... Sorry, after the events of Metroid 1, but before Metroid 2 and 3. Obviously, you can't shoehorn a game in between the events of 2 and 3 because they are literally back to back. Yeah, that is definitely true. I got it that she either betrayed the Chozo or was corrupted by the space pirates. It could be a bit of both. I mean, here's the thing. It depends on whether you label the comic as canon. Because I have read the comic, although not recently. Because it's something I often thought about because I've often toyed with the idea of rewriting Other M. Like, what would I do if I rewrote Other M? And I had this whole story thing planned out, but whether the comic is canon or not would be a matter of... Because it's like, if I remember rightly, the Chozo used Mother Brain to help create the Metroids on Zebus in order to defeat the X-Parasite on SR-388. And I always got the impression that that's why the space pirates knew about the Metroids and the Federation didn't. But I'd have to reread the comic because I haven't read it in a very long time. Plus, in Metroid Dead, you see the Aurora units that shoot fucking Rinkers as part of the defense. No, those were Mother Brains, not Auroras, weren't they? Because again, that's something else I quite liked in Dread, where you had these little Mother Brain like mini bosses, and it's like, oh yeah, they just use large brain-based robot creations. That's just Chozo tech. You started with the Prime series, so the timeline is forever messed up in your head. I didn't start with the Prime series. My first Metroid game was 2. Then I played 4. Then I played Prime 1. So, you know, for me, it was even more messed up. I don't think the game ever says what they were called. I don't know. I can't remember.
During the attempted pirate invasion of Norian, it was confirmed that 2 nearby planets were similarly attacked. These planets are named Rio and Elysia. These Leviathans have impacted and embedded themselves deep into each planet, spreading a virulent Phazon carried inside their bodies.
That sounds familiar. Where have we heard that before? I will say, one of the most gratifying things about this game's storyline of introducing the idea of a planet called Phase, it's like the source of all Phazon, and then these seeds that get shot out at other planets and stuff like that. It was really gratifying because I actually, after the events of Prime 2, like before Prime 3 was even announced, after Prime 2 came out, I remember I was on a forum and I posted that as a theory of like where Phazon was coming from. That there was a place that was actively firing out Phazon seeds. And the creature inside these seeds was the thing that was like you know, like the Metroid Prime, the Emperor Ing, it was like supposed to be guarding the Phazon, or was like corrupted by, or something like that. And like I hit the nail fucking square on the head. It's the closest theory I think I've ever had in my life. It is on a forum that's not around anymore, which is a shame, really. But still, it's always nice to be right.
The Leviathans must be destroyed.
Yep.
2 weeks ago, we dispatched Runters to Brio, Gore to Elysia, while Gandreda was sent to locate the space pirate stronghold. Like you, they were outfitted with PED devices in order to confront this new threat. We lost contact with all of them 7 days ago, and fear the worst. In their absence, we need you to travel to these planets and finish their missions. The closest planet is Brio. This will be your first objective. Please be on the lookout for any clues that might help us understand what happened to Rundus and the other hunters. Good luck.
All right. Good luck, Samus. Phazon is the kryptonite of the series. No, I think Phazon is more consistent in what it can and can't do.
The fleet is now moving to the rendezvous location. You will no longer be able to dock with us from this point forward. Rest assured, we will keep communication lines open and supply you with information when necessary. Good luck on Brio.
All right. You get Norian, you get Brio, and you get Elysia. One thing I do like, actually, is you can just go to Norian and Elysia right now. There's no point, because I don't think there's anything new you can get. Like, Norian is still as locked down as it was originally, and although you can go to, like, the first couple of rooms on Elysia, you can't get any further than that until you've beaten Brio, which I do think is kind of a shame. Like, wouldn't it be cool if, like, a Metroid game... Not doesn't have to specifically be Metroid, but like a Metroidvania game had this thing where there were like 2 lines of progression. Because usually in a Metroid game, you have a linear series of items. Like you get item A, then B, then C, then D, then E, all the way straight down a very linear line. Occasionally you might have an optional one that you don't have to pick up. But the order in which you pick up the items is always a linear one. Wouldn't it be cool if you had, like... You have your 2 planets, and you have to, like, go between them. And the idea of it is you have 2 linear series of items you have to pick up. And in order to get all the way through, say, you know, location 1, you get item A, B, and C in that one. But then maybe you can't get to D until you get an item from the other path. So you have to, like, switch across. And then that one has its own separate A, B, C list of things. Just, you know, something like that. That would be cool. You did that in Over the Moon. Did you? You did! Did you? Did you? You yes? No? I can't remember. Dude, I played that once, okay? I don't remember that. But I'll take your word for it. Get used to that jingle. You're going to be hearing it a lot. Okay, let me just let me make a save because the game does not make a save. And you know what? It's almost 5 o'clock, so we'll take a break. And we're on Brio. Lovely. Ah, Brio. Fun place. Alright, as I say, time to take a break. And over the moon, there were 2 paths from the start. A has the high jump and B had the long beam. You need the long beam to continue in A, and you need the high jump to continue in B. Really? Huh. So you sort of have to start A, get up as far as you can, and then switch to B, and then do all of that. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, made sense. Anyway, break time. Back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Alright. Ah, Brio. Hello. Completely destroyed world. It is interesting that this world is technically post-apocalyptic, if you think about it. Like, there was a civilization here. There isn't now. It's all just ruins. Even though the creatures you fight, I think, are supposed to be... Don't let me... Never scam that.
Samus, the Leviathan seed is protected by an energy shield. You will not be able to reach it with that barrier active. We need more data to determine how the shield can be disabled. You are near the wreckage of a downed Federation vessel. If you can use the satellite uplink on the ship, you may be able to access information concerning the seed. Prepare to receive the ship's coordinates now.
Sweet. Of course, it's not massively... I like this, like the first sign of that Rundus is around. Just a frozen critter. One of the best compliments you ever heard for Over the Moon was, I'm getting the feeling this game was designed by someone with a brain. Honestly, that's high praise for games development. Just not even indie development, just games development in general. There was thought put into this, is high praise. Ah yes, the double dragon. And look, it's one of these things, only we can't use it yet. Because we don't have that, sadly. Oh. Wow, I can't believe I fucking mistimed that jump. Apparently I'm a complete... Alright, apparently I'm just very out of practice with this whole thing. Okay. Honestly. Now, memory serves... Come on, I know you... Isn't there like a bit where you can go up somewhere around here? There it is. Never played Double Dragon? No, I don't think I have either. I think the only sort of thing I've ever had Double Dragon related was I think I watched the movie once. Ow. Rude. Sadly, we can't go that way yet, even though we'd like to. Sucks to be me, I guess. Well, looks like we're gonna have to find a different way. But that's fine. Clunk. Now, refresh my memory. What the bloody hell am I doing? I don't even remember at this point. Oh yeah, we gotta do this, don't we? Double Dragon is fine, but nothing all that spectacular in the wake of games that came after it, like Streets of Rage, Children's in Time. Yeah, Streets of Rage I have played. Played the Master System versions of that. I forget, how the hell do you stop these things? Ow. There you go, that worked. Why didn't you work before? The annoyance. Oh no, that's right, it's up one, isn't it? Ooh, careful. Now I remember. God, it really has been a while since I played this one. Of the 3 Prime games, I think this is the one I remember the least about, because obviously it came out the last, so it's the one I've technically played the least. Technically speaking. Bloody annoying things. Haha. Don't I need ice to go that way though? I'm sure there's like a door over there, but it's like ice blocked or something. I can't remember. Refresh my memory, game. Come on. Splat. And I need ice there, but... ice over here too? No, maybe not. Maybe I am thinking of that bit. Hey, it's an energy tank. Golden Age. Look now to the past, and to the time of peace on Brio. See the age of gold, when our world was a paradise unrivaled. Hear the songs of joy fill the streets of the royal city, as the people honor the coming of Brius the First, the Liberator. Behold the launch of our first ship to the stars on that day, I witnessed the rise of science, of a new Brio. See this, and see the beginning of our downfall. Damn it. I'm trying to scan those bloody things. Never can. Now. Oh yeah, don't we need to use hyper mode for this? Only a couple of times the game forces you to use hyper mode, especially for plot reasons. There's an item up there. You get up there again, I forgot. You can get over that way. No, I don't actually remember. No, you can't just do that, can you? I know there is a way up there, I don't remember what it is. Eh, fuck it, whatever. Come back later. I'm sure I'll remember all in good time. If not, I'll look it up. It's not like I desperately need to work all this shit out for myself. You need a plasma beam? That's probably true. Hello! Ow. I think the thing I like most about hyper mode is the fact that it makes you completely invulnerable. Like, you are whoops, that's the wrong button. Sorry, I pressed that with the palm of my hand. You are completely invulnerable when you're in hyper mode, and I distinctly remember using that to cheese some of the difficult bosses in hyper mode. Because hyper mode is actually quite hard in this game. As I said, I don't think I ever got around to completing it. I think. As I say, I either got up to the final boss or maybe I did beat it and forgot. But I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah, I have it in my mind that I was always confused by the fact that there was what sounded like the hum of an item under that. I don't think there is an item under there, is there? I'm trying to remember now. Is that the one I was thinking of? Like the item you technically couldn't get? Or something? The ships of Brio sped to the stars in all directions, bearing the banner of peace. Soon we found stellar brethren in the Chozo, the Luminoth, and the Yilla, I guess. Starborn knowledge came to Brio, and we gladly sent our wisdom to our new friends in return. The hearts of Brio were filled with pride, and they honored the lords of science for all the wonders we provided. At the time of new Brio came to be, the old ways faded. The cries of joy from those who honored science covered the angry shouts of those who mourned the old ways, the primal traditions. I think there is, but you need to grapple. Well, I can't. I honestly don't remember. As I say, we'll be back here later looking for that stuff. So there's a hyper mode mechanic in the game while also being a hyper mode difficulty. Yes, I think that is true. Oh yeah, it's this room. Missile expansion. Oh yeah, there is in there. Now I've got to remember how the bloody hell to get in there. Is there a hole around here or something? No, there is a hole. Don't remember where it is. Can the camera turn around, please? Thank you. Where is the entrance? Because I know I need the grapple to get across. There you are. He was around here somewhere. These things are very weird. Ow. Hey. Grapple swing. Which is what we would traditionally think of as the grapple beam. But because the grapple in this game has many different beams, they've got to call them in differently. Scan this now. We can. Woohoo! Yep. Yep. And you just miss. Gotta show off that new mechanic. Nice. Or is this how you get up there? Yeah, it is. Couldn't remember that? Oh well, got it now. You were wrong, I don't need the plasma beam. What the hell is that? Something zipping about up there? I don't know. Ow. Have a missile. Have 2. Have 3. Ah! Don't whip me. I'm not into that. Right. Get the heck out of here. Actually get to my first proper objective. Why can't I? It's so hard to scan those bloody things. Memory serves. Yeah, that's that. You're not into it yet. Well, I suppose exposure can do a lot of things to people, can't it? Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta turn everything on first. Zapped. No, that's right. You gotta do it. You gotta connect them both, haven't you? God forbid you just pull them all out one at a time. Nope, you gotta connect them first. Woo. Ugh. Thirsty. It works. Woo! Woo! Thank you for the bits. I do appreciate that. Because why not? Well, fair enough. It edges me ever so slightly closer to playing Undertale, so yay, I guess. And now I have a map. Nice. And memory serves.
Samus, the satellite data has revealed 2 distinct energy signatures. They must be supplying power to the Siege shield. If these targets are eliminated, the shield will be removed. We are uploading the location of each energy signature and nearby landing sites.
Timing for when you picked up the map. It was rather well timed, yes. Oops, come on, up. Come on, get up. Oh. Nope, never mind. Ah. Hey, 200 kills. Now, if memory serves, speaking of the map, I think that's pretty much all I can do here until I get a few upgrades later on. So, first things first, back to the ship. Hello. You mind? Let me lock onto them. God damn it, why can I never... Thank you. Jesus Christ. Why is small things so hard to lock onto with this bloody thing? Now I've got to remember which way I've got to go. Because you got 2 docks to go to. And I don't actually remember which one I need to go to next. Yeah, you got the jungle one and you got the fiery one. And my mind is saying fiery, but I don't remember why. The jungle one. Ah, screw it. Let's just go to the fiery one. My mind is saying I go to the fiery one. And I honestly don't remember if that's true or not. The only annoying thing is it only saves when you tell it to save. It doesn't save when you land. It saves when you enter the ship. So if you die, you got to go through this whole section again. So I always make a point of doing it this way round. Unless, of course, I'm ending the game or something. I've only got 25 minutes left, actually, which I'm like, wow, today has gone by very quickly. Ah, yes, it's Rundus' ship. He's here. Look. Fuel gel. Oh. Whoop. I very much keep screwing up the timing on all these jumps, don't I? Got a little bit of voice work from Jennifer Hale there. I wonder if Samus will speak in Prime 4. Because they've had Samus speak in Dread. And I get that, like, you know, Nintendo are loath to have Samus speak these days, but here's the thing. Fusion, Dread, all prove that it's not Samus speaking that we have a problem with. It's when she has really badly written dialogue is where we draw the fucking line. In my opinion. The voice of Bayonetta. Yes, well. That's a fucking debacle and a half, isn't it? Alright, let's be honest. Jennifer Hale, she's the voice of like thousands of voices at this point. You know? Alright. There, yes there is. In time, the wonders of science were not enough for those who held the primal traditions in their hearts. The warnings of the Chozo to seek a balance between old and new ways were not heeded by the lords of science, myself included. We forged on, ignorance of the rage in the hearts of the primals. The time came when... what is that? Sephimus? First Lord of Science, denounced the primals and their traditions in the center of the royal city. It was as flame to a dry forest. The age of science ended, and the age of schism was born. She just generally has no reason to speak, since she tends to spend most of the games alone. True. She's even in Tales of Symphonia. Jennifer Hale, you mean? Yeah, probably. I couldn't name all of the games that Jennifer Hale is in. I could tell you a few of them, but I couldn't, for the life of me, say all of them. Yeah, that's sealed off until later. What else we got around here? Ooh. I don't remember where this goes. Show me the map a second. Where are we off? Yeah, I know that goes off to the frozen area. Sort of incongruously. Is this the right way to go? Hang on a second. No, this is the way forward, so I think I've missed an item, haven't I? Hold up. If she needs to speak with the Chosen in the native tongue, she's fully capable of it. Yeah, I always kind of got the vibe that, like, you know, Samus doesn't speak, not because she has nothing to say. I mean, that was what was so weird about Other M, was that Samus just talked, like, all the time, even though normally in those sorts of situations, she wouldn't have bothered doing that. I mean, aside from the fact that, as I also said, the dialogue was fucking terrible. It was badly written dialogue. That was the problem. Monologued to herself in Fusion. I think it was a bit more acceptable in Fusion. Like, maybe in Fusion even then it was a bit heavy-handed, but I think it was more acceptable in Fusion because it wasn't the entire fucking game. I think there were, like, what, 5, 6 times she did the whole That's the wrong one. She did the whole sort of elevator monologue bit. You know, and again, it's not as frequent, so it's not as offensive. Like the time when Samus actually has a conversation with like the computer infusion, like that's fine, not a problem. They're like no issues there. Hold still. Ah, yes, this bit. Uh-oh. Technically, the opening of Super is a monologue. Also true, but again, opening, it's fine. That's mostly just to get the player at the right point.
Samus, we just received very abnormal readings from your life support systems. Are you okay? As a precaution, we are downloading the diagnostic data from your suit to further analyze this situation. We will contact you again if we have any more information.
I also like how you can use Phazon to recharge your energy now. Again, nice touch. Yeah, man. Wakey, wakey. Thank you. Ah, brooding silence as always. Alright. Oh yeah. Hey guys! You're annoying, aren't you? I mean, not that annoying, but still. Age of War. In the beginning, the conflicts were small, out of sight for most of Brio. But they grew, slowly but as steadily as the coming of the sun. Diplomacy gave way to brutality, and war came to our world. The Lords of Science turned their minds from exploration to destruction, and unleashed horrors unknown upon their primal enemies. In retaliation, the Primals turned to their darkest of ancient powers, cursing us, the Science Lords, and all who served our cause. Friends from the stars tried desperately to end the conflict, all in vain. The people of war would not be denied. Oh, no, hang on, gotta do the thing first. Pump it up. Yeah. Always end up with a sore wrist. Did I not? I didn't, did I? Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. I did forget to pull that hut side down. I thought I did. Or did I just look at it and think about it? Probably the latter. I am an idiot. Too busy thinking about pumping, that's the problem. Get in there. Ow. Alright, come here. A random inclusion of the grab ledge, because why not? Damn it! I gotta wait for it to go all the way around again. Always manage to get that wrong. There it is. This version doesn't contradict it in Fusion either. What? The ledge grab. Oh, right, yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. I got about 5 minutes left for today, and I don't think I've got time to go all the way down here, do the big fight, go through to there to change my objective, and then come all the way back to the save point. So I think I'm going to call it here for now, because this feels like a decent enough place to leave off, I think. But yep, this is it. This is the start of, well, I'd like to say the end of the Prime Trilogy. I suppose technically it is the end of the Prime Trilogy, because at the moment it is still technically a trilogy. It's not a quadrilogy yet. It'll be very interesting to see where they take Prime 4. I'm really hoping we're going to get it at some point next year. I mean, it's kind of why I was playing through the Prime series this year. Because, you know, like in preparation for the inevitable release of Prime 4, I'm hoping we get it like E3. You know, next year. I hope so. Or maybe it'll just be like a random drop, because Nintendo just does that sometimes. They're like, oh yeah, it's sort of in the middle of April. Here's our next giant game that we're releasing. So, yeah, okay. Not counting Hunters or Pinball. Well, Pinball definitely doesn't count. I always forget about Hunters, because, yeah, it is part of the Prime series, but it really does feel like a spin-off. Like, out of all of the Prime games, all the Metroid games, really, Hunters is one of the very spinny-off ones. Although I suppose the most spin-off one is probably Federation Force, but, yeah, well, the less said about that one, the better. You think we'll get another random drop for Prime 4? I don't know how they're going to handle Prime 4. I mean, here's the thing, like, Dread, if I remember rightly, Dread dropped at E3, or what passed for E3 that year, because it was, you know, it was in the middle of pandemic stuff, if memory serves, and it sort of just got randomly dropped. So Dread did get dropped to E3, and Nintendo did actually advertise quite a chunk for it. Like, there was a whole bunch of stuff on the YouTube channel leading up to Dread. So I am hoping that Prime 4 is going to come out, probably it'll be at E3, and we'll probably get it later on next year. It could be earlier. I mean, I wouldn't say no to it being earlier, because I really fucking want to play it. I mean, we've been waiting for Prime 4 for the better part of a decade at this point. Because it was in development for 3 years before development got restarted with Retro, and Retro been at it for 4 years, so, or will be next year anyway. So, yeah, it's like 7 years is a long time to wait for a game. But hey ho, is what it is. So yeah, just generally, I am looking forward to it. So we'll play through Prime 3 over the next few weeks. Don't know exactly how long it'll take me, 4 or 5 sessions maybe. We'll see. I'm not in a rush. You probably noticed I'm just sort of playing, enjoying, faffing around a bit. Yeah, it is what it is. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.